They're desperate. They're desperate to do anything that they can to keep him out of the White House again. And then you have to start to say, well, why are they so desperate? What is it about him? Why are they making these heinous comparisons to the likes of Mussolini and Hitler, and somehow it's, Weimar Germany all over again? Because that's pretty, frankly, disrespectful to history, to Jewish people, to anyone who had a relative that fought in World War II. I mean, this is kind of wild to make those kinds of comparisons. And yet they do this like, they're handing out candy every other word. They're making these comparisons. And I'm like, wait a second, who was put in concentration camps under Donald Trump? I mean, wild rhetoric from the left. And then you start to say, well, why is that? Like, why are they so willing to do that? I don't know. I think they're really scared. Perhaps they're scared that he's going to totally change the alignment of the world as we know it. It could be possible, right? Because consider Debbie Wasserman Schultz. And what she was saying recently. This is like the campaign of all campaigns. They're going to just let it rip. They are taking no prisoners. Drew, let's cue that one up. I know we're a little bit out of order today, but we got a lot of breaking news. And this is Debbie saying, this is high stakes.
I'm confident that from now until November, we're going to mount the most significant re-election campaign that any presidential re-election campaign has ever run. And they're going to run on Joe Biden's remarkable record of job creation, the most in modern times, investments in infrastructure.
All right, so she's going to run on the record. Good luck with that, Debbie. You keep running on that record. I was looking at some statistics today that show actually the inflation is really up 18% all in since Joe Biden came to office. That would put him ahead of where Jimmy Carter was with inflation, just to, kind of keep this in perspective. And then when you looked at the actual numbers, like food and energy and the things that people need, you look at rents, I mean, all of that was upwards of 18% inflation. When you look at mortgages, oh my gosh, that was some 66% inflation. This is data being crunched by our friends over at Americans to Unleash Prosperity. I mean, really wild numbers. And you wonder why Americans are like, I don't think I'm feeling so good. They're not feeling so good because you have a ton of inflation. And when you adjust wages for inflation, you got a pretty bad picture. So Debbie, you can try and run on the issues all you want as far as, we've got this great infrastructure, we've got a great economy. No, we don't. And nobody believes you. It's not gonna play in Peoria, as they say, because it's fake, it's false, it's a bunch of lies. You just look at the real hard, cold numbers and they tell you the truth about what's going on economically. I'm telling you, this is why, ladies and gentlemen, it is so important for us to be picking the right people. It's so important for us to have, especially as small business owners, of which I am right now, here at the Trish Regan Show. It's important that we have people that are going to care about our policies and the things that are good for us so that we have opportunities to grow. We want this economy, the American economy, to grow for everyone.